What's been going on? How's your 2022 been? Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Destiny. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today this is like a catch-up video because believe it or not, this is the first video I've actually recorded all year, and it's April. The videos I posted earlier this year, I recorded in December of last year, so I just wanted to say hello to 2022. A lot has been going on, and I just figured this could be like a catch-up video while I'm preparing to record another video. I was gonna put on a little bit of makeup to record my videos, but I don't know. I think I'll just do it since I have it. And since I never really used this, I got this Fenty Beauty Eaze drop, and they said you could put this on with your fingers too, but I just got it because sometimes I feel like the foundation is too much. And I'm in the shade 20. My regular Fenty shade is 420. But yeah, beginning of 2020, I've been good. Nothing bad has been going on, thank the Lord. 2020, I definitely did a fast. I know that for sure. And then also, I was in a training camp. It wasn't a physical training camp, but it was a mental and like preparing you for business. It's called the Icons Transformation Camp, and I learned a lot about mindset and staying away from distractions and how distractions were actually affecting my productivity. So after that camp, I literally was not on Instagram for I actually deleted the Instagram app from my phone. And I didn't have it on there till like 3 months later. So like in March, I think I downloaded it back on my phone. So that was very helpful. And I enjoyed it because I was in a network marketing company, and every month we would have like, not every month, well, it kind of was like every month. Every month it was like a personal development type of training that we would go through. And I kind of missed that side of it. So in February was a really big month. February, I was taking Balanced Believer Bootcamp. My takeaway from that one was realizing that some things that I may go through, I don't look at it as trauma just because I know people who've been through way more. But through that class, I was able to identify things that hurt me as a child or hurt me in my adult life. And I was really able to like articulate it and release it and let it go. I'm glad I went through that. And then in that same month, I also started therapy. So I started going to therapy just because I don't know what I was listening to, but I heard someone say, yeah, you work out, you go to the gym to take care of your body, but you should be doing the same thing with your mental health. So I was like, okay. And I've always wanted to go. I always just felt like, yeah, I know nothing's wrong, so I don't understand why. Here we go, nothing's changed. Getting mascara all over my face. If you're new here, I'm on this journey of learning how to do my makeup, and it's been going on about 2.5 years, so just bear with me. If you have any tips, you can just leave them down in the comments, but I'm trying to put on my mascara, so let me put on this, and then I'll tell y'all about therapy. And the mascara I'm using is by Ulta Beauty Lash Evolution, and it's fortifying and conditioning mascara. And I feel like I'm wasting it. Like, get back in there. I don't like wasting. Okay, so I was telling you about therapy, and I just felt like it was time for me to start because I've always felt like I wanted to go, but I never just did it. Okay, because I just felt like things needed to be addressed before I went into this next phase of my life, okay? So to back up, the reason why I was like, okay, yeah, let me do this was because me and my boyfriend were playing this card game. I don't know which one it was, honestly. And one of the questions was, who hurt you and what have you done to heal? And my thing, I was just thinking like, I mean, I prayed about it. I went to Jesus about it. But at the same time, it's like, I still need to confront the human aspect of my emotions to handle things, you know? Maybe that's another conversation about like what my answer was. But that's the reason why I started going to therapy. Also in February, you know, it's Valentine's Day. Boyfriend, he did something very special. He rented out this restaurant for us to have dinner. It was just he and I, and it was just really sweet. So that was the 14th, and then on the 17th, my boyfriend and I, we started a premarital class at my church, and it's called "So You Think You Want to Get Married?" with a question mark. And with that class, it's really to just really make sure you're hearing from God that the person who you think you want to marry is the right person for you and it's the right season. So making sure you're hearing God on the right person and the right timing and the right season. So through that class, I think it was very helpful. And I think anybody who's considering marriage, definitely go through something like that, because it got really real. And also, if you're in a relationship or if you're dating, I just suggest everybody create a non-negotiables list, like 10 things that you will not move on. If it's a non-negotiable, you can't negotiate it. Like, it's just a non-negotiable, especially in the dating phase. I'm afraid of dogs. In the past, I say I've been very afraid of dogs, but now I feel like I'm not as afraid, depending on who the dog is, how well I know the dog, stuff like that. But he really wants a dog. And one of his non-negotiables could have been, she can't be afraid of dogs. And since I am, it probably, like, the relationship or the marriage probably would not have worked. If it were non-negotiable for him, then we probably shouldn't be together. Just like one of my non-negotiables is, like, you gotta be wanting to travel and, like, see the world. And if that's something that he wouldn't want to do, then we wouldn't be able to work. Because somebody is not going to be happy. And I know it's all about compromise and things like that, but if that's something you stand on, and those are like small things. Other things could be like cursing each other out. Like, if that's a non-negotiable for you, you need to write that down. And I really believe that God will put someone in your life who won't, compromise? Who you won't have to compromise on your non-negotiables with. I'll put it that way. There are millions of things you'll have to compromise in a relationship, or what I'm learning. I'm not married now, but like what I'm learning from married people, there are millions of things you have to compromise on, but those non-negotiables, they're your non-negotiables. So I encourage everyone to do that. If you're single looking, if you aren't married yet, it's not too late. You can still do it. I think I'm pretty much done with this. I do want to put on some little press-on nails, and then we can continue the conversation. So I'm about to put on some press-on nails because I wanted to do another commercial type video with some sugar scrub that I have. And it's actually, I can show you the sugar scrub. The sugar scrub these are my notes for my video. It is the Smoothie Breakfast Scrub by Soap and Glory, and it smells just like maple syrup. It smells so good. So this is the OPI Bubble Bath Impress Color Press-On Nail Manicure, and it says no glue needed, and I actually used these nails last week, and I didn't use the glue. You just peel like this piece off and then press it on your nail. And I thought it was going to do well, but my right hand, it started off with my pinky the same day. My pinky nail came off, and then my middle fingernail came off, and then I was like, okay, let me just take the rest of them off because it's not staying. So what I'm doing now is removing that glue, and I'm going to reuse these press-on nails, but I'm going to use the static nail glue because that glue lasts for me. So, and they're just like a very pretty natural pink color. So I'm just doing that right now, and I can finish talking to y'all about what's been going on with me while I'm doing this. The last thing I was telling y'all about was the premarital class. So we're finished with it. It went well, but there's another class that we want to take to follow up on what we learned. And that class is called Becoming One, and it's also at my church. So if you're looking for something like that, I know my church is now shifted to doing a lot of things virtual. And my church now is international, so you can join from anywhere. I'll leave like the information down below if you want to join, and the information about the class or the classes that we're taking. And it was only about 8 weeks, I want to say, because we started in February and we just finished a couple weeks ago, and it's April now. So yeah, I really enjoyed the class, and I'm excited about that next phase. in my life. Some of you may know this, some of you may not know this, but when I was fresh out of college, I actually helped to produce and I edit an entire documentary film, and the director of the film has put it in different film festivals, and this was like 2 or 3 years ago when we finished the film, and it's still getting like official selection to be screened at other film festivals. So the next one coming up is the Australian film. I put the correct name here or wherever, and if you want to see it, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to do my best to edit this video so that people know before it's over. So since working on that film, I just felt like, well, if I did that, I could make some of my own. So one of the film ideas I had, and I think I've mentioned it before on my channel, but it's about just asking people why and why they don't go to church. So the name of the documentary, or the docu-series, whatever it's going to be, is called Open Arms. My story is I grew up in church, but then there was a point in time where I was just like, I'm never stepping foot in another church ever again. But then years later, I'm back in church, fully involved in ministries and things like that. And I know people have similar stories or completely different stories, and I just want to document that. And hopefully when people see the real of people, then they can also see how loving God is and how He's always welcoming us back. If you want to follow that journey, I actually changed the name of my previous Instagram filmmaking page from Real Destiny to Nihilo Edit. And what Nihilo is, I've actually heard this song by, man, I forgot their names. I think it's Darius and India Sean, and the song is called Nihilo. And in the song they're saying, you can create something out of nothing. So back when I first heard that song, I was like, I wonder what that means. And I looked it up. It's Hebrew or Latin for out of nothing. So creation ex nihilo is God created out of nothing. So God literally created everything we see out of nothing. I think that really blows my mind. And then for me, it's because sometimes I feel like I don't have everything I need to create and do what I need to do. But if God created literally out of zilch, He was like the beginning of everything, just like how much more could I create with things that He's already put on this earth for me to create with? So that's Nihilo Edit. So all of my, I was also looking for a name that can house everything that I want to do as far as like the creative side of me. So with content creating, video editing for other people. For one of my really close friends, they're like they're family, honestly. They wanted to start to document their lives, and I mean, I thought I made up this word vlogumentary, but it was actually a whole film or something done with that. But I feel like that's what I'm creating for them. So people who want things like that, or even if they need like a little commercial for their video, I will do it all under the Nihilo Edit. Okay, so thank you all so much for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time out to listen to me. And honestly, I'm just doing this so I can have like some type of document of what I'm doing, where I've been, because I like looking back on things. I like collecting memories, and that's just who I'm all about. So if you stayed this long, I hope that you subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know how your 2022 has been going, and I will see you in my next video. So in my next video, I'm going to be going through this miniature set by Kayali and just like smelling them and giving my immediate reaction. So these videos, my perfume videos, are always fun for me. So make sure you check that one out when it's posted. Have a good one.